What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League, give my thoughts about what we saw yesterday at DC Fandom, and ultimately talk about, is this movie going to be massively better? I've had this discussion before when they first announced that, HBO Max was going to do this thing, and I've always stood by this, and I do want to make this very clear for, first-time, people. I do 1,000% support the idea of giving Zack Snyder a chance to do his vision, okay? I completely stand by that. I mean, obviously, they've taken a lot of shots at Joss Whedon at this point, but, giving him the opportunity to say, hey, you were going to do this, you started this kind of universe, and you go ahead, finish it, we'll give you the money, do whatever you want, okay? Getting that to happen when it happened, several months ago, that's awesome, okay? And to see that it's going to happen now, and we saw the trailer and all that stuff, to seeing that it is a real thing is absolutely, that's a good thing, like good on Zack Snyder. What I will say, though, is after seeing the trailer, it didn't look bad. It didn't look, I would say, amazing. I would say it looked solid. And the thing with me is, and when I look at this movie or I think about this movie is, okay, well, I'm going to watch it. Okay, I mean, if they're going to make it, and we already know it's like a 4-part thing, so will I have to do HBO Max? I may. Will they put it in theaters? He talked about that, right, that there's going to be different distributions, but he said around the world. So we'll have to see if, in the U.S., it's just on HBO Max. Bottom line is, I will see this movie day one, okay? I will do it. I'll probably watch Justice League, right before, just to kind of, get ready for it, all that stuff. I mean, I'm going to support it. But the thing is it actually going to be massively better? I feel like after seeing this trailer, and this could upset people, but I got to stand by, my own opinions, and if we disagree, that is totally, totally cool, and I completely respect that. I'm not, massively impressed. You know what I mean? We did see some different scenes, but even, I went on Twitter to try and, see, okay, what's, what's the room saying? Let's try and read the room. There are some people that I think do agree with me, where it's okay, it kind of looks still like the same movie. Yes, there will be additions. He talked about how they're going to be kind of fleshing things out more. There's going to be more with Cyborg. There's going to be more with Flash than there was in the original, the Justice League that we actually got. Okay, the theatrical version. That's all fine. And again, I'm completely up for him being able to tell his own version. But I just kind of feel like when it's all said and done, the movie's still probably going to be at best average. I really... that is a prediction. That's a bold prediction, you could say, obviously, because the movie isn't out yet. But I do think the movie may just settle around average. I think we can probably say Justice League is a bad film, okay? Can we say that? Maybe there's some people that like it. I can say that I really didn't like Batman vs. Superman. Maybe I'm in a minority opinion on that. I could just never get behind it. I watched the, his full version of it, the 3+ hour version, and I still didn't like it. I thought it was better than the version we got, but I did not think it was, a good movie. Same kind of thing, honestly, I think is going to apply to Justice League. I want to like these characters. I love seeing them together. I think there's always going to be something special to seeing them. But I mean, I think we know where the story mainly goes. Now, people have said, what's different about what's happening here versus other things is his version really does seem like it's going to be completely different, and thus I think that's giving people a lot of confidence that this movie can actually be really good. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when you get director's cuts or whatever from the original to the new version, it's still pretty much the same movie. I mean, in this case, you could say his version is so wildly different that maybe it can be good. Well, again, let me tell you, I mean, I subscribe to that. I think there's some merit there. I don't doubt you. I'm not saying you're wrong, okay? None of those things. But based off the trailer, again, it was solid. I enjoyed the trailer. I'll watch it again, but it wasn't absolutely incredible. I wasn't I wasn't rocking in my seat. You know what I mean? Again, I'm going to support it day one, but I just don't know if this movie is going to be we're going to see, we're going to be you know what? That's it. I can't believe they didn't let him do this 3 years ago. This is the movie we all should have seen. This movie is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. I really don't think that's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is we're going to see it and we're going to say, okay, I mean, that's better than what we got. It's definitely a step up. But at the same time, I don't really, did we waste our time with this? That's kind of the thing, too. It's all this build-up. And I mean, look, I'm not into, I cover movies and I do all that stuff, so I am into it. But, this whole push to get his version out, I wasn't, part of the movement. You look on Twitter, it was trending. It's gotten, millions and millions and millions of tweets, all that stuff. I'm not, a huge part of that, so I can't say, I'm part of that group. But we'll have to see, did we all kind of waste our time with it? You know what I mean? At the very end, we'll have to say, okay, was it worth all, again, supporting his vision and getting his vision on screen the way he wants it in terms of like a person, like literally letting the person do that, I do think is extremely important. I mean, if it was his goal, obviously, again, Zack Snyder, to be able to tell this story, if we finally get that, that's, again, pat him on the back. That is a fantastic thing. Like, he deserves that. All of those words, I do not disagree with any of that. He deserves it. Everybody should have the right to do that. But if we get it and it's just bad, then it's kind of like, all right, well, did we waste our time here? I think we may have, because the original sucked, and then this version just sucks a little bit less. You know what I mean? Now, again, that's not saying I'm going in with a super negative attitude. I'm not really going in, honestly. I think maybe this is the right way. I'm not saying, I guess there is a right or wrong way, but my way of going into this movie, okay, is I'm kind of letting my expectations just go. I don't have any expectations. Maybe the only expectation is be different. Now, and I wouldn't even say be better or be worse than the Justice League we have. That's honestly what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to watch Justice League, and I'm going to say, okay, what I want from this Snyder cut, and say I watch Justice League a day or two before this version comes out, I will say, okay, all I want is his version. Just give me what you wanted to do. If it's better, it's better. If it's worse, it's worse. And ultimately, like, we can laugh at it, we can criticize it, we can all this stuff, but we can also, again, praise them and say, okay, well, at least you let them do it. But that's what I'm going into it. I'm going to just kind of be expecting nothing other than just be different than the Justice League. So in that way, what I will say is, I think hopefully that can still happen. From the trailer, though, honestly, that's kind of why the trailer was a little bit surprising to me. Because the trailer, yes, it did have different scenes. It had a different vibe to it, for sure. Absolutely, for sure, it had a different vibe. And like, I think it's going to focus on different things or focus more on specific things. But I just don't know if it was like as different as I expected. You know what I mean? I really want, and I get it. Like, they used part of his, some of the things he shot. They used that in the film. Now, I know he said that he's not going to use anything that Joss Whedon used, so we'll have to see, ultimately how this goes. I don't know. It's very conflicting. I don't want to sound super, super negative, and again, I hope I'm getting my point across that I will support this film. I support the idea that he can do this. I support all that stuff, but I just don't know if this movie is going to be, like, wildly better than, 2017's Justice League. We'll have to see, right? So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think? Are you happy with what you saw in this trailer? Do you think it's going to be better? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And I do a brand new video on this channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.